Hello, and welcome to episode 32 of Salt Play Sunless Sea. It has once again, too close to my mic, sorry about that. It has once again been way too long since I recorded, but I am a free man. I've been working as a crossing guard. School year ended last week. I'm not working anymore. I have way more free time, but I also bought an e-bike, so I've been biking a lot. But hopefully that won't take up so much free time that I don't get any recording in. Let's start really quickly by deciphering my notes. The sigil-ridden navigator wants us to bring a couple of live specimens to the Chapel of Lights. I believe at the end of last episode, yes, I had a bunch of strange catches. So, that's good. The Fathom King has a bunch of shit he wants so that I can find my father's bones. The Venturer still has that Colossal Fluke Core or Lamentable Relic, which I still only have 3 of. Let's see. The Clattery Heart is in Adam's way. The Admiralty wants me to go to Codex. The Cannoneer, what's her name? Oh, my computer's being so slow today. Come on. The Irrepressible Cannoneer wants me to go to Estival. I want to take a spy to the Khanate. Oh, sorry. I don't think I have any spies yet. Oh, I do have one. Okay, so I want to take this one to this Khanate to help me start lowering suspicion. I have this note here that says, I think it says Delightful A E of 19. Delightful Adventurous. Yes, Delightful A. Six of 19? I have no idea. What an interesting question. E of H, Empire of Hands. Yep. Okay. Oh, and Savior's Rocks want those 3 tomb colonists. I think I'm going to go south this time. Check out Adam's Way, use the Utter Shroom to hopefully make those, live specimens, maybe get out to Estival, hopefully get to the Khanate. So yeah, south it is. Okay, and I believe that I'm all full up. What's my hold like? Gotta remember how pressing buttons works, apparently. Okay, sure, I'll head out with this. I just knocked something over on my desk. I'm fine. Okay, my computer is being slow today, so apologies in advance if it is slow like it's been. Oh, I have very high terror already. Interesting. Didn't realize I'd done that. Missed. Yikes. Oh, fighting biologicals is so hard. There we go. Dissect it for knowledge. I feel like I'm only getting sound in one of my ears. I'm not only getting sound, but I feel like that splash only played in one of my ears. Right. Mutton Island fires on the hillside. Quaker's Haven under new management. Sleek ships are docked at the harbor. Installations of heavy artillery line the shore. The banners of the Eagle Clan, yellow as honey, draped from each roof. Mutton Island has fallen. I'm going to just gather a port report, lower the lifeboat, and row to one of the less slippery, less sheer cliffs. Pray you don't get caught. Oop! Spotted. Your little lifeboat draws up to the cliff face. As you're mooring it to a rock, a shot rings out from above. A bullet pierces your little craft. Water is coming in. Another shot, row. Another shot. Row! For God's sake, row! We failed. We do get a port report, and we've gained 2 terror. And that is it, right? Yeah, no shops here. Pressed E too many times. I kind of want to visit the Iron Republic to get more fuel. So I'm thinking about doing like this, and then sort of heading down, and then back up. Maybe I'll visit Khan's Heart on the way back. Do like this sort of deal, and then back. I feel like I should talk about more fun things. Maybe after this. Harbor. Cumaean Canal staging area. Here, the dark waters run down from the surface, from a brighter sea. We could go to the surface. I have shit I want to do, though, so I'm not going to. We can listen for surface gossip. Daylight. This would be a prime spot for a pub or wine shop, but the interests of the Echo Bazaar and the laws of London prevent it. They don't like competition. Still, there are temporary, half-legal hostelries and long-moored ships. Here you trade stories with suntanned surface sailors, stories of Paris and Batavia, the Lost Fires, and the Final Isles. If you're hearing booming noises, which I might only be hearing because they're kind of quiet, but they're also through my headphones. I live kind of close to a train yard, so that's what you're hearing, is the trains go against each other to get them the physical links to link up. They do a lot of work at night. I don't know why. It's always louder at night, though. And it's 2:30 a.m. right now. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, well, gather information for a port report. Many ships pass this way, but perhaps you'll pick up something they missed. Business as usual. The gates open and shut. The locks remain free from sabotage. If anywhere besides London is safe in all the Untersee, it's here. The surface nations have an interest in keeping the way open. I will not be buying anything. Fun things that have happened recently. The buckwheat is in full bloom. And when I checked on it a couple of days ago, we're starting to get seeds forming, which is very exciting. Yeah. So that's so cool. It's very cool. It's like you can see in the buckwheat the shape that it will be. It's neat. Also, the flowers are really cute. I think I talked about this. They're just very simple little white 5-petal flowers, but like the tips of the stamens are red, which means that they're these tiny white flowers with like little red dots in them. Pretty cool looking, in my opinion. I'm going to completely fill up on fuel here. Just as full as it can go. Let's start. Oh, wait, I forgot to read the things. Iron Republic. Factory engines roar like false lions. Blood thunders in the dock pipes. Crimson lightning skitters across the deck, leaps to the rail, curls there like a cat. The city is reflected in glassy calm harbor water. The citizens there have the heads of dogs and serpents. Hell has brought freedom to the Iron Republic. Freedom from all laws, even those of nature. Oh, shit. Oh, I wasn't yawning until I started this. I hate when that happens. Compile a port report. It won't be entirely straightforward. The streets won't lie straight, and the ink freezes whenever you look away from the inkwell. New passions. The sensations of the Republic are overwhelming. This is a desire for years. That is a hatred for fountains. Here is an emotion that can only be expressed mathematically. Now you were awash with a nostalgia for the hatching of the egg. Write it down. Write it all down. Perhaps you'll be rid of it. Let's check out the shops. Okay. So I can definitely buy that many and that many again. 60 fuel. Hopefully that's enough. I'm gonna check out the Market of Hungers just to see. Anything? Nope, nothing that I want to sell. Okay. Oh, I forgot to turn. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, so buckwheat's growing nicely. Yesterday, I guess technically 2 days ago, but one sleep ago, some of my parents' church friends have a super sour cherry tree that they were absolutely begging people to come harvest, and we went and we picked like 3/4 of the tree up until we got to parts that we couldn't reach. The tastiest cherries I've ever had. Today we made chocolate cake, or the day we got them, cleaned them all out, made cherry pie filling, and today with that we made chocolate cake filled with cherry pie filling, which was completely delicious. Let's go to the other shroom though. Okay. The Udder Shroom. Climb the fungal fiber ladders to its summit. Shaggy, suspicious villagers scratch a living here amidst endless clouds of spores and scurrying mobs of plant-animal hybrids. None of them ever leave. Monsters, one explains darkly. Z, full of monsters. So the first thing that I'm going to do is experiment with my strange catch. A mist of spores rises in the distance. What was it the old sailors say? Give a catch to the other shroom and you'll get... What was it? Luck? Life? Let's find out. New growth. Within the hour, purple mycelium spreads throughout the flesh, colonizing your catch with a new vascular system. Another hour, and the catch begins moving again. In the third hour, it starts rhyming. Before it begins composing couplets, you whack it in a jar and store it in your hold. And then I'm going to gather intelligence, and I'll trade this honey. I believe that if I go take a look at my journal, that I have... Yes, okay. So I know where I can put more ptarmigans. I'm going to spin around in the harbor until I get more something awaits you. I'm going to do it 2 times. And I'll just change all 3. Seems smartest to me to just change all 3 strange catches into live specimens. It probably increases my chances of something going wrong, but it also means that if something goes wrong, I'll still have 2 more specimens and I'll still be able to finish that storyline. Do I need to be farther away from the harbor? Do I need to go like out here? Oh, there we go. Apparently I just need to be more patient. Okay, I'm not reading anything. I'm just doing this. And then I'm heading out. I am gonna go all the way out to between the lakes this time. Spin, spin, spin. What other fun stuff is there in my life? I don't know. I'll probably think of shit later. Breath of the Wild continues to be fun, as I knew it would be, because it's a good fucking game. I really want to play Tears of the Kingdom. I don't remember if I said this last time I recorded. I want to finish Breath of the Wild. By finish, I mean approach 100%ing of it. I would eventually like to 100% it. Whoa. Well, this is what I get for spinning around in the harbor, I guess. The crawling stars. The lookout shouts. Far above, the false stars in the cavern roof are shifting. A rare and ominous event. What now? I'll do as I... if I go eyes on the deck, then I'm pretty sure that reduces terror, and my terror is kind of high. Eyes on the deck. Forbid them to look. You can't really stop them, but you can at least discourage discussion. They won't like it, but it's safer. Yeah, okay. Grumbles and mutters. First officer, take that man's name. But they quieted soon enough. A little bit of, terror loss. And experiment with the strange catch again. Okay. And that's that for that. I believe now I'm headed... I'm gonna go to the melting isles and then I'll head over to Adam's Way. I never noticed that there's an orange glow before. Hi, please leave me alone. You're super not gonna leave me alone, huh? Come on. I guess I'm not going to the melting isles. Come on. I'm just a little guy. It's my birthday. You wouldn't shoot a little guy on his birthday. It's not my birthday, to be clear. I'm just doing the meme. There's a port over here? Is this part of that Submariner DLC? Or is this a lightship? It's a lightship. Interesting. Lightship, far from home. Its clear, bright beam warms the way. I'm going to speak to the crew. They long for news of home. Tea beneath the light. In the bleaching glare of the lens, among the smells of oil and metal, you sip tea and chat. The Z's terror recedes. I don't really want to put Blemigans on the lightships. They seem nice. So I'm going to not do it. Ah! Oh, I pressed E instead of... Hello, Blue Prophets. We already determined that I don't want to fight you. Please honor that. I mean, I know that I totally slaughtered a bunch of you last time I was here, but I swear I'm not gonna fucking do it again, because that sucked. Oh. Alright. Is this an unexplored island? It is. Oh, there's a jellyfish up there, or whatever the fuck it's called. Oh, and horrors below. Sailors at the rail call softly. Something swims beneath the ship. I saw it looking up at us, one says, his voice a tremble. Let's catch it. Ooh, what is it? It comes dripping from the Z, sleek as a seal, but its eyes are faceted. One sailor covers his ears. I swear, he says afterwards, I heard it scream like a woman. One catch and one terror. Great. Okay. I am here to check out if the Clattery Heart is better than what I have right now, or accessible at all. Adam's Way. On a bed of monumental ruins, warehouses and way stations of shroom timber rise. You check out the shipyard? No. Okay. Let's see. All ships that approach Adam's Way are intercepted by the Gracious, the Presbyteriate's splendidly headdressed coast guards. A quaint but inviolable tradition governs entry. You must tell them one of 3 stories. In return, you will be permitted to spend a single day in the port. Well, the only one that I have is an unfinished tale. It's cold in here. I need to put a jacket on. Today is the first day it's rained in like a month and a half, which I'm from a desert, so I've been enjoying it, but it's not how this climate is supposed to be. And so it's cold now. Okay, jacket on. An unfinished tale. The gracious lean forwards avidly, with one unread log. Interesting. I feel like that was a very expensive spend for this, but oh well. A new day. The log ends immediately after an intriguing discovery. Did the captain survive? Did she return to her sweetheart? The gracious are unconcerned. Endings always disappoint, don't you think? The day has just begun. In the town square, a yellow-robed priestess plants a seed in a bed of black soil. No sooner has she patted down the soil than a tiny shoot pokes forth. By mid-morning, it will be a sapling. By lunchtime, a budding tree. By the evening's end, it will wither and fall. You must be back on your ship before then. Okay. To the south, the Elder Continent and the 72 cornucopian kingdoms of the Presbyteriate. Are the stories true? Rivers of honey, castles of ivory? Who can say? Foreigners, that's you, are forbidden from the interior. The closest most get is Adam's Way, a shouting, feasting, thieving riot of a port. I guess the thing to do here is to ask storytellers about the Clattery Heart. The Clattery Air insists it was last seen in the Elder Continent. The Clattery Heart? Yes, it was here. A previous owner sailed it as far up the river as it would go, and then submerged it and covered its resting place in reeds. There, its ichor bled into the water. The river fish began to throw themselves on the shore and hobble about on their fins. At first, the local fishermen welcomed an easy harvest, but in time they came to dislike the disruption and the permanent rotting smell. Then, but how the heart departed and where it went are another story. The Clattery Air listens without looking, her gaze fixed on the flowering of the tree. Okay. I guess, again, ask storytellers about the Clattery Heart's departure. If it is no longer in the river, where did it go? Hacked free. The people who lived on the banks of Adam's Way brought the Clattery Heart to the surface and made it fit to sail again, but there was no one who wanted to voyage in her, so they chose a crew by lot and chained them to the deck, ordering them to sail north until they had left the Elder Continent, and then to keep sailing as far as they could go. The Clattery Air is still looking into the middle distance, but the corners of her mouth have turned down. The storyteller is milking the story, and she knows it. Okay. Ask storytellers about how to retrieve the Clattery Heart. Is there any word of where she might be now? Khan's Shadow. One can't be certain, but ships that cannot sail any longer often find themselves huddled into Khan's Shadow. You might look there. Perhaps the presence of the Clattery Heart would even make those other broke-down ships eager to move again. Okay. Interesting. Well, I'm going to write that down because I'm going to forget it. Where's my pen? I have my crossing out pen. I don't have my writing down pen. There it is. Okay. Alright, Khan's Shadow. Probably check that out next episode. Oh, Next episode might be very soon. I don't know. I might want to wait till we get more like halfway out. I'm going to end this day. My pen. I'm going to end this day with putting a Blimmigan ashore. Surely a simple mushroom will not attract the attention of the gracious. Ingratiating myself here. Okay. An ecstatic exit. The southern mountain heat seeps around the slopes of the hill. The soil of the elder continent is rich and strange. If the Blimmigan can survive in it at all, it should flourish. Propagation is 7. Interesting. Okay. Can I sell you anything interesting? You know, I'm pretty sure this is a good price for mushroom wine, so I will sell these two here. And with that, I suppose I will head out. Do I have any secrets? I do have a secret. Okay. I suppose I will increase my iron. Sure. It didn't hurt. Great. Love it when things don't hurt. Okay. Where else was I? Oh. Yikes. Where else was I going? I was going to Estival, the Khanate. I don't think I'm gonna go to the Empire of Hands today. So yeah, we'll go up to the Isle of Cats and past the Chelanate probably. Sort of deal. Is this another undiscovered island? Yes. Who knows what it is, but now it's bright. Terrifying. What are you? The Behemostache. Great name. I don't really want to fight something that big though, but it seems like it's going in a direction which will cause it to fight me. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't want to know what your fun special attack is. I'm sure it's very cool, but I don't want to know it. Please leave me alone. Oh my god. I'm not far enough north at all. Okay, but what is this? Lighthouse. Hello, lighthouse. Who are you? That's not what I meant to do. I meant to press M. Huh. I have no idea. Okay. Alright, the Isle of Cats, where there are roses. Port Cavendish. a scatter of yellow-lit honey dens and brightly painted alehouses. To the southeast rises the stone tower of Cavendish Abbey, its ramparts hung with crimson and gold banners. There are sailors from all across the Neath hauling cargo, dicing and brawling good-naturedly on the docks. The air carries the sound of sea shanties sung with more enthusiasm than skill, and the smell of roses edged with brimstone. I am going to start by compiling a port report. Though the Isle seems at present beyond the reach of the Admiralty's laws, that does not mean that the Admiralty lacks interest in their activities. Roses and kings. You spend half a day observing the docks and note an astonishing number and variety of ships. I'm going to take a drink of water. Was that a connate trimaran nestled beside a vessel from the Iron Republic? The dockhands complain loudly that they have never been busier. The caddies talk ceaselessly and carelessly about smuggling and piracy, but even the most hardened sailors lower their voices when they mention the king. They go even quieter when they talk about the Rose Garden. You make careful notes. Perhaps the Admiralty will understand what they mean, even if you don't. Let's check out the Honeyed Tongue. It is both brothel and honey den, run by someone the caddies refer to as the King's Claw. Entering the brothel is like sliding into the dream of a surface orientalist. Jewel-embroidered cushions, bright silk drapes, gilded statues of elephants, sun bears, and clouded leopards. Silver censers release curling plumes of rose-scented smoke into the air. The courtesans are red-lipped and coal-smudged. When you catch their eyes, they smile back at you with professional interest. Okay, we have 3 Pirate Kings notice. I'm going to... Interesting. Comfort a Z captain. A Z captain is weeping gently into a courtesan's bosom, muttering of her lost crew and rose gardens. They're all tending the gardens now, she wails and begins to weep again. My poor crew. You wait for a hitch in the sobs and inquire further. It is a slow, delicate business drawing answers out of her, but you are nothing if not perseverant. It seems her crew was conscripted by the Lady of the Gardens, and that their duties are something far worse than horticulture. You leave her reciting the names of her lost sailors and commending them to Salt's mercy. That's rough. I don't think I'm very merciful. That's not true. I'm pretty merciful. Let's do this again. Same thing, and see about having a meeting with the King's Claw. The Claw keeps a suite in the maze of corridors above the brothel. The King's Claw tells you to call them Isri. They are dressed in azure silk and wearing clawed rings of enameled metal and ivory on the fingers of their right hand. They are very beautiful if you like them sharp and glittering and ambiguously gendered. You have caught the interest of the Pirate King, and therefore my interest as well, they say, fixing you with an amber-eyed gaze. You seem capable enough, and I have need of a capable friend. I don't know what the difference is. Let's see what the... Okay, let's read all of this and then see what the Gardens has to say. I don't know if there's a mechanical difference between these two. We'll find out. Actually, I won't find out until much later, probably. Cavendish Abbey. The mellifluous sisters make their home in the richly appointed stone tower of Cavendish Abbey. Their thick gloves and crimson mesh helmets are worn. less for modesty and more for practicality. They tend the hives of the lamplighter bees all across the isle, and to make a religious observance of harvesting red honey for the pirate king. The lady of the gardens offer. Her name, she says, is Zaira. You should use it. We have not met. Have we? No, this is definitely the first time, but, The lady of the cages shakes her head sharply. Best to proceed as if it is the first, don't you think? A veil of gold mesh obscures only her eyes, leaving her glistening, bitten lips bare. Perhaps 100 small silver keys jangle in a bunch at her left hip. I think we should be friends. I'm very important, you know, or I was. No, still am. She pauses. Yes, I am quite sure I still am. I gotta say, being non-binary, I'm kind of into the non-binary person, and I think I'm going to let that rule my choice here. We will accept Isri's offer. You can never have too many friends in the Neath. Wonderful, utterly delightful. Isri is all smiles and genial bonhomie. I shall start thinking of a task fit for your talents, something special. They wave a jeweled hand. Run along now. There's a good captain. Okay. Your patron beckons you into their office above the honeyed tongue. I have a delivery for the alarming scholar in London, they tell you, over a meal of fungus blossom and sea lily soup, a delivery that needs to pass beneath the notice of the revenue. Isri places a casket on the table and slides it open with a dull click. Inside are vials of what is unmistakably red honey. It gleams malevolently. So we can either accept this commission or refuse their request, and I think, well, the point of having done this all is to accept the commission, isn't it? You are hardly squeamish about smuggling red honey. If you change your mind, you could always turn the shipment over to the Admiralty instead. The scholar will give you some notes in return. Bring them to me, and I shall be most pleased. Isri slides the casket over to you, and very pointedly does not enumerate the consequences of returning without the notes. Instead, they smile too wide, and you shiver. All right. I think that is all that there is for me to do here. I'm going to do the ill-advised thing that I do all the time and say thank you very much for watching this, the 32nd episode of Salt Plays Sunless Sea. I will see you later. Goodbye.